Hey crafters, welcome to October. Can you believe it's October already? Where did this year go? But a new month means a new free SVG, and this one's all about Halloween. October 31st is Halloween. October is also my birthday month. I digress. Halloween here in Australia is slowly gaining popularity. Probably over the last few years, it's become a thing. Before that, we probably really didn't even do anything for Halloween at all. But I know in other countries, people really get into it with costumes and decor. It also ushers in their season of fall, or as we call it here in Australia, autumn. And that means changing of the colors of the leaves and lots of oranges and browns and pumpkins. So many pumpkins. This month's free SVG is this 3D Happy Halloween shadow box. I really loved creating this one and I think it turned out awesome, if I may say so myself. If you're new here, I'm Sarah and I love all things craft. If you're crafting along with me while we make this 3D Halloween shadow box, you'll need to grab yourself some supplies and of course the free October SVG. You can find all the links in the description below. And as always, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Now these are the things you'll need to get started with your project. You'll need some cardstock in the colours that you've chosen. I've gone with the fall colours, the browns and the oranges and the yellows. You'll then need some foam squares or foam tape, something to give it a bit of dimension. Some glue. I've got this one it's just got craft glue in it. It's also got a very fine tip, which is great for the intricate little pieces. And also some tweezers, they help as well, but not necessarily. Okay, let's go to Design Space and get this thing started. Open up Design Space and create a new canvas. And then we want to go to Upload and add in the SVG that we've downloaded. Now, if you need help downloading the SVG from my website, I've made a short video about how to do that, and I will just link that here. Once you've uploaded it, just add it to your canvas. Now when it comes into Design Space, it does appear like it's one flat project, but you can see down the side here all of the individual layers. There's 8 layers in this project. So if we want to see them, we can click on the Ungroup button, and then we can see that they're all individual like this. Now before you do that, we'll want to resize it. Now when you download it, it's actually 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters square. So you'll need to make it the size of your frame. Now my frame is 15 centimeters. So what I need to do is I just need to resize this to slightly less than that. So I'm going to make it 14.8. That way it gives it room to fit into my frame. Perfect. Now all we need to do is make it. So once we click on make it, it takes us over to the list here, and you will see that there is a bunch of different things. So there's 3 layers of black, and then you've got the brown layer, the orange layer, the other slightly darker orange layer, another orange layer, and the square backing. Then we just need to go to continue so we can choose what we're cutting this out on. Now I want to cut it out on cardstock, and I do like to use cardstock for intricate cuts. It just means it goes over the cut twice and makes it clean and easy to work with. So I'll just choose that, and I do usually give it a little bit more pressure because my blade is a little bit older, so just a little bit more pressure helps that. And then we just press our go button on our Cricut, load in the cardstock, and off we go. So once we've cut out all the pieces, we need to put them together. So I just glued the first and the second layer together with just some craft glue because they'll sit nice and close together that way. Putting the glue in between the letters takes a bit of time, but if you don't use too much because you don't want it to squish out. So I'll just add those 2 layers together lining them up. And then once they are put together just right, then we are going to stick the next layer on. Now in between all the rest of the layers, except the last one, I'm just going to add some foam tape because I just like how it gives it a bit more dimension. And there's a lot of foam tape in here because there's a lot of layers. So I just put a little bit around the place. If you had the longer ones, you could use a strip. That's the word I was looking for. If you had a strip, you can use those. I just had the squares, so I just used those. So I just pop them on to different areas and then peeled off the backing, which always takes so much time. So we'll just fast forward that. So once you've taken all of the bits of paper off the back, I just used the frame to line up the layers. That way, because I find when you're sticking the foam tape onto the next layer, sometimes you can misjudge it a little bit and get it not so lined up. So I just used the frame as a reference just to keep it square, which seemed to work quite well. And then it's more foam tape. And more foam tape. So once that's on, I used the frame again to line up the next layer and then proceeded with more foam tape on the next layer. Added that one to the next layer using the frame again, and you guessed it, more foam tape. Just on the bottom pumpkin, I put the squares on the very edge of the one in the middle because the next layer has two pumpkins that don't sit exactly underneath it, as you'll see when we add that. So they are just going to pop onto there. Using the frame again to line that up. There we go, perfect. Now for this last layer with the bats, there's more foam tape. This is the last layer with the foam tape. Took off the backing again and lined it up. Now for the last layer, you could use more foam tape, but I decided that I was just going to stick that last layer on, so I just glued the back of the layer onto the backing. Not too much glue, just enough to hold it. And then this one, just lined it up, pushed it down, make sure it's completely stuck. And there you go, there's the finished product. Now just finally, I just grabbed a frame and popped it in there, and you can see the dimensions, and it turned out really well. I really love it. Looks great. There's some close-ups. I must say, I think this turned out amazing. How did you go? Did you make one along with me today? I hope you had fun crafting with me today. If you did make one, did you personalize it for yourself? Did you make it in different colors? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to see it. You can find all the links in the description below. And why not sign up for my monthly newsletter so you'll never miss a free SVG. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back soon with some more crafty adventures. So until then, have an awesome week and I'll see you next time. Bye.